The Great Sphinx of Giza. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Egyptians created one of the most impressive monuments on Earth. They carved a massive monolith sculpture, in the shape of a lion's body and a human head. This monumental statue, known to the world as the Great Sphinx of Giza, and it is believed to have been built more than 4,500 years ago. Mainstream Egyptologists claim that the Great Sphinx was carved around 2500 BC, during the 4th dynasty reign of King Khafra. Because the age of the Sphinx dates back to the reign of King Khafra. It is also believed that the face of the Sphinx actually resembles Pharaoh Khafra. The Great Sphinx stands on the Giza Plateau, on the western bank of the Nile River, in Egypt, near the Great Pyramids. The positioning of the Great Sphinx is in such a way that it faces from west to east, toward the sunrise. The whole statue was carved from a single mass of limestone, measuring 240 feet long and 66 feet high. The Great Sphinx is one of the most distinct relics of the ancient Egyptians, though the exact origins and history of this enormous structure are still debated. It is also impossible to accurately identify its original name. The term Sphinx comes from ancient Greece, and the term was given some 2,000 years after the statue was created. The Sphinx does not appear in any known inscriptions of the Old Kingdom, and experts have not recovered a single inscription that describes its construction or purpose. Over the years, researchers have offered many theories for the Great Sphinx's origins, though most are refuted by mainstream Egyptologists. However, some experts contend that the Great Sphinx is far older than is widely believed, based on the various patterns of erosion of the statue. Researchers also discovered that the Sphinx's body and head were massively out of proportion. They believe the statue may originally have had the face of a lion, and the face being remodeled later to take a more human form. It is believed that in the past, the Great Sphinx was painted with bright colors. Residues of red pigment are still visible on areas of the Sphinx's face, and traces of yellow and blue pigment have been found elsewhere on the Sphinx. The Sphinx has a tail, and the tail is curled up behind it. When it was first constructed, the tail would have been much more apparent, but erosion over several millennia has lessened its appearance. The Sphinx had a beard. However, experts believe that the beard may not have been originally there, and that it was added to the monument later. The remnants of the Sphinx's beard are located in the British Museum, in London. The Sphinx is unique, not only because of its massive shape, but because of its precise alignment. This ancient statue bears a distinctive astronomical alignment that is visible during the equinoxes, when the sun sets on the shoulder of the statue. This alignment between the sun and the Sphinx happens only twice a year, during the spring in March, and the fall equinox in September. During the equinox, the day and the night are equal in length. The Sphinx is also accurately positioned for the summer solstice in June, when the sun sets between the pyramids of pharaohs Khufu and Khafra. The ancient Egyptians worshipped the sun, with the god of the sun, Ra, being one of the most powerful and popular gods in ancient Egyptian religion. So it is believed that the ancient Egyptians who carved the statue arranged this phenomenon on purpose. One explanation claims that the Sphinx is the earthly representation of the constellation of Leo, which has a lion's body. Also, the theory claims there is a correlation between the position of the 3 Great Pyramids and the 3 stars comprising the belt in the constellation of Orion. Winding the skies back thousands of years, Robert Bauval was able to find an amazing match. In 10,500 BC, whilst the alignment of Orion's belt matches the pattern of the 3 pyramids on the ground, the Sphinx was looking directly at the constellation of Leo. It is as though the lion-bodied Sphinx was looking at its own celestial counterpart in the sky. The statue has been battered by centuries of withering and vandalism. The Great Sphinx and its surrounding enclosure walls appear to have been exposed to severe water erosion over a long period of time, in addition to the erosion caused by wind and sand. Whereas the body has suffered the most erosion, the face has also been damaged, and its nose is notably missing. According to some, the damage was caused by Napoleon's troops, who shot off the nose with a cannon. However, 18th century drawings suggest the nose went missing long before then. Another theory states that a Sufi Muslim leader destroyed the nose out of anger when he saw a sect of people practicing idolatry. Much of its history, the Sphinx was buried beneath Egypt's golden sands, and various pharaohs worked on excavating it. One among the most recent excavation done to restore the Sphinx was done in the 1920s. By that time, the front paws of the Sphinx were nearly covered by sand. There is a long history of speculation about a hidden chamber under the left paw of the Sphinx. Theories arose that the chamber contained the records of the earlier civilizations that existed on this planet. But Egyptologists are not very impressed with these ideas, and have come up with good arguments to dismiss them. So to this day, we are not completely sure of what lies beneath the Sphinx. The Great Sphinx might hold many more secrets, but uncovering every single one of them is a journey worth taking. Scholars remain in disagreement over who had the Sphinx carved and when it was created, but all agree that the Great Sphinx is an impressive piece of work, which for centuries was the largest sculpture in the world.